Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the Booktube newbie tag, and yeah, we're just going to be talking about why I decided to join you guys here on Booktube. And please forgive me, full disclosure, I am super nervous right now for some reason and I don't know why. This is not my first time filming a YouTube video or my first time filming any video, but I just feel really nervous. Maybe it's because I want my video to be extra perfect for you guys, but I'm gonna try and push past all of that and just film this video. So anyway, on to the video. First question is, why did you decide to join Booktube? I decided to join Booktube because I like reading and I like writing and I like books. I love the act of reading books, and I watch other booktubers on Booktube, and I just thought it'd be really fun to, shoot content and, be able to build a community around, the videos that I make. I think it's pretty cool. And in fact, I actually had a YouTube channel before this and it was pretty fun, but for some reasons I decided to dissolve it and essentially kind of start over. But that YouTube channel is still up and existing if you guys want to go and check out those videos. But yes, bringing us to the second question, which is, what are some fun and unique things that you bring to YouTube? So some fun and unique things that I feel that I bring to YouTube is that, of course, like, I am going to be making book content, but I'm also going to be doing like writing content and of course like vlogging. And I do have like hopes of like, because I'm writing a fantasy novel right now, and I do have hopes of eventually publishing that. So I feel like it's unique in that I'll be able to share some of my journey, of the writing process and becoming an author with you guys. So it's like you get like a little bit of both worlds. You get some reading, some writing. So I feel like that makes me pretty unique. And then also I have, very eclectic reading taste. I don't just read all of the popular books on Book Talk. I kind of just read books that I think are interesting and that I generally like. And I am kind of diversifying into even like reading mangas and just different types of genres of books. And so I think that's something unique about me. And then also my personality. Like, this is my first video and I'm telling you guys I'm really shy right now, but like once I get comfortable, by like the 10th or 12th video on here, like you guys are gonna see my personality more. So yeah, that brings us to question number 3. All right, and question number 3 is, what are you most excited for about your channel? So the most thing, like I said, that I'm really excited about is just developing a community on here and just like having people to kind of engage with and interact with. And it can also be encouraging to me, like, again, as someone who's writing a book, just having like that encouragement and input and advice, all of that stuff is just really helpful to me. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm also really excited for the book reviews, and yeah. And yeah, so on to question number 4. All right, question number 4 is, why do you love reading? And I feel like, I'm gonna try and answer this in a very short way without making it super long, but there's just something about reading some words and getting a story from that just is so, I don't know, it's just so unique. Like, reading is just so fun to me. I guess if I also put it this way, I like reading because I feel like in this day and age of like just scrolling and being like on TikTok and all of like the social media platforms, like it can feel kind of draining, versus reading just feels more like peaceful and it's just fun, it's enjoying, and I feel like it's better for my attention span to just be reading a book. And then I also heard that reading is really good for your brain as well. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many different genres out there, and there's just so much to read, so much to be immersed in, and I guess that's why I love reading. But like, I know it's a lot deeper than that, but I can't really get to that right now. Like, but yeah, I really like reading. Like, it's fun. Like, I've been reading so long I can't even really answer that question. But anyway, on to the next question. Question number 5 is, what book series got you into reading? And I had to think long and hard about this one. I'm kind of like embarrassed, but like it's a pretty popular book series and I started reading it in middle school. I'll put it on the side over here, but I feel like everyone who's like, you know, in the booktube world, in the book talk world, knows about these books. It is literally the Shadowhunter series by Cassandra Clare. I started reading specifically her Mortal Instruments series, and then I went into her Clockwork Angel series later on. And those are the books that really got me into reading because her books are big and I don't know, they're also just, they were really fun in middle school to read. And so yeah, those were the books that definitely got me into reading. And then I did read some of like I read a little bit of like everything that was popular at the time. I read Hunger Games. I read Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass, but I did not finish that series. I stopped at Heir of Fire. Like after I finished Heir of Fire, I just couldn't get back into the series, but overall it was still really fun. Got me into reading. And then there were a couple of other like standalone books that were really popular at the time that I read. Like I read a lot of Rainbow Rowell, like Fangirl. I loved a lot of her books. But yeah, anyway, those were all of the books that basically got me into reading. There's a couple of other ones, but they're not coming to mind right now. Question number 6, what are the challenges that will come with Booktube? So for me, the challenges is just going to be having a busy, full lifetime schedule. I work a full-time job. I'm also a writer who's trying to pursue authorship. And so between filming content and writing and doing my other different hobbies that I'm, you know, really invested in, that will be pretty hard for me. And then of course, like, you know, I had some health issues that, you know, were at the time have made it difficult. So just needing to make sure I rest a lot and not get too stressed and overwhelmed. I think that would be probably the challenges with Booktube. But overall, I feel like this is like a fun hobby of mine. And so I don't want it to become something that's like work. So overall, I mean, those would be all of the challenges that I would have with it. To summarize, basically, like, what did I say? I said like basically having a full schedule, you know, working full time, and then just like making sure to take care of my health, making sure I get a lot of rest, and yeah. All right, question number 7. When did you start reading? So I kind of already answered this question. I really started reading in middle school, but technically I can even go back and say elementary school because I love reading. Funny story, it's not funny, but I learned to read very late. I didn't really like start reading until I was like being able to read, I should say, until like 1st or 2nd grade. So I was a late bloomer in the reading game. But I think around, let's see, it was around like 3rd or 4th grade that I really started liking books. But I mean, I read books before then too. Like I read the Judy Blume series as a kid. I read Captain Underpants. I read Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And I've read a couple of other books that I don't really remember right now. But I've always liked reading even as a kid. Just going to Barnes and Nobles with my mom or my dad. And just buying books has always been, you know, something ingrained in me. So yeah, I guess my answer is elementary school, to be exact, or however old I was to start reading Judy Blume. So probably like probably like 6 or 7. And then I know there's this other book. I'm gonna find a couple of like books and just put them off to the side because I can't even remember. There's this one book this one series that I was obsessed with in elementary school. And so yeah, I've been reading since elementary school, okay? All right, so question number 8, I think, is where do you read? So I wasn't really sure how to answer this question. I was like, do they mean place-wise? Like, anyway, I won't think too hard about the question. I read anywhere. I mean, that's one of my favorite parts about reading is that it's portable. You can literally take the book with you. And so I would say, I mean, I read at home. I read basically whenever, wherever I have downtime. And I'm not gonna lie. No, I won't say this on camera. I won't say this on camera. I won't say that on camera. But I've read in some places where I'm not supposed to be reading. Let's just say that, okay? But yeah, I mostly read at home, I would say, but I can also, read anywhere. Sometimes I do like to go to like a cafe and just do some reading, some writing. But I think the best place to read is really at your house where you have a little bit more control. Um, or at least I do anyway. Next question, question number 9. What kinds of books do you read? So the kinds of books that I read are, like I said, like I read a lot of different books and I love consuming like a lot of different types of media and genres. So let's see. I guess my favorite genre I would say is like fantasy. I just started getting into sci-fi, but I would say fantasy, historical fiction. I do like romance rom-coms, but of course, like kind of clean, closed door. Like I'm not trying to read all of that, crazy stuff. Um, I do like, let's see. I'm getting into some mangas a little bit. I do like reading some manhwas, but I don't think I'll be talking about a lot of those on the channel. But yeah, so really just fantasy, and sci-fi and historical fiction and, what did I say? Romance slash rom-coms. Oh, I do like to read mysteries and thrillers, actually. I'm reading this one book right now. It's actually up here. Let's see. I'm reading this one book right now. It's like a murder mystery and it's by Valerie Burns. It's like a baking murder mystery. And so yeah, I like mysteries. I also like to read like literary novels, dystopian. Like I'm pretty much an open book. An open book when it comes to my genre taste. And so yeah, I read almost about every single thing except for like horrors. Like I cannot do horrors. Like I don't even know how to say the word right. Horror stories, I don't like those. But yeah, that is a wrap for the Booktube newbie tag. And I don't know if I said this earlier, but obviously my name is Janae. And yeah, so I want you guys to just kind of stay tuned for more videos that are going to be coming out on the channel. All right, but that's basically a wrap for today's video. I look forward to making another video for you guys to watch, and I look forward to hearing from you guys as well. All right, so bye.